The first tool in the toolbar is the selection tool, used to select individual objects on the canvas. To select an object, simply click on it. This tool selects your shape as a whole, with all the points and lines. If your shape contains sharp corners, which is the case with this rectangle, you will see a little circle icon appearing inside of the shape. Click and drag this circle icon towards the middle of the shape to round its corners. When the object is selected, you will see a tab with options appearing underneath. Clicking on the first icon and dragging the slider will allow you to gradually adjust the opacity of the shape. If you want to undo any action, tap with 2 fingers anywhere on the screen. The next function allows to control the stroke width, adjusting the thickness of the stroke in our shape. If you have several shapes overlapping, the next function will allow you to adjust the stacking order. With the lock icon, you can lock the shape, and once you do that, you can't move it around anymore. So you can easily move any shape underneath or over it. This is very handy when you want to keep your background in place while you are arranging your composition. You can unlock the shape by clicking once again on the lock icon in the top left corner of the selection. The next function duplicates your shape, while the last function deletes it. You can select multiple shapes by clicking anywhere outside of them and drawing an area that covers all of the shapes. With multiple shapes selected, you will see one more feature activated in the bar underneath, which will allow you to group them together. Now, every time you click on one of the shapes, you automatically select all of them. Clicking on the corners and the size of the selection and dragging them inwards or outwards will allow you to adjust the size and proportions of the selection. You might be wondering what this circle is, and it's another important feature to talk about. This is a touch selector, and you can position it anywhere on the canvas. If you're familiar with any graphic software for desktop, this circle is basically a replacement for shortcuts. In many cases, it will serve the function of the Shift key or Alt key when used in combination with certain features. For example, clicking and dragging a shape while holding down the touch selector will constrain its movement to angles with 45 degrees increments. Holding the touch selector while adjusting the size of the shape will lock its proportions, and so on. The touch selector will provide additional features to many other tools we will go through. The next tool is the direct selection tool, which allows you to select and adjust individual anchor points and curves of the shape. You can click on any point to select it and drag it around to adjust its position. At the bottom, you can see a new set of functions appearing, such as cutting the path open, which will split it in the place where you use the cut function. You can convert the anchor point to a corner and back to smooth. And you can also delete it, and for that we have 2 options, Smart and Regular Delete. The main difference is that if you have a closed shape like this one, Smart Delete will delete an anchor point while keeping the remaining shape closed, while Regular Delete will delete the anchor point with the corresponding path.